Okay, so Triskit versus a vacuum cleaner. This is the third round in the loser bracket. It is going to start soon. And yeah, Hazuchio and I are going to cast this battle. Let me check. Okay, nice. Thanks. Oh, Seoi wants to see Amelia here. Interesting. Oh, is the echo still there? Welcome, Q. It would be frustrating if there is an echo there, cause I know in the Discord server people didn't see. Oh, you switch to Discord to remove the echo. Yeah, it's weird because in Discord there is no echo, but for some reason the stream has an echo. Maybe the software sucks. Yeah, let me check if I can fix it. Is that helpful a little bit? Yeah, it's a little weird that we have echo here. Or maybe I should mute myself here. Oh, maybe it's because the sound source is like capturing me and yeah, okay, maybe I should just remove this here. Okay. Is the echo better? Is the echo getting better? Can people still hear me actually in the Twitch? Okay. Okay, so I turned down the audio input and people can still hear me, but the echo is still there. So that's a little weird. Can people still hear
Oh,
me? Okay. So
right.
Hazuchio joined me. Okay.
Yeah, so Triskit starting off with a first pick Zarda here after getting Landius banned.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's running the same tactics as me, where you either first pick Landius or Zarda depending on what is banned.
Yeah, I think that's not bad because right now juggler doesn't have 3 cost skill yet, so that could be, yeah, like juggler is not that strong, so I can definitely understand that. But what would you say about first pick Claret? That is going to be a counter with no tank strategy, right?
Yeah, Claret can definitely snipe somebody,
Yeah.
unless Triskit moves forward and use something like kill the Claret on the first turn of turn 2,
Yep.
first action of turn 2. And we see a cherry on a vacuum cleaner side.
Yeah.
So after my match with him, he said he really needed to build his own cherry, and now here it is.
I think, to be honest, I think a vacuum cleaner already started to using Cherry the last round, but that's after your battle. Yeah. Cherry is pretty decent character. If you have Meteor buff or Iris, I think.
Yep, cherry can be good. On
Yeah.
this map though, I think she will want to run angels.
Okay.
But right
Triskit
now we
is having Zareda and Claret. That looks very
yeah.
dangerous.
I like Triskit's picks here. Well, Vacuum Cleaner, I think you should still be looking to pick up the Juggler here.
I am going for Amelia, to be honest. If I'm a vacuum cleaner, I'm going for Amelia here.
Right, either tanks should be decent here.
Yeah, like Amelia, you cannot kill with Claret with one move. On this, yeah, no, I actually maybe not. Maybe Claret can just, the first hit can just kill the first life, and then second hit can kill the second life. Okay, so a vacuum cleaner decided to go with Juggler. So maybe Triskit needs to ban Tiaris.
I like the TRS band here as long as he gets rid of all the faction buffs, which he does.
Okay,
So
yeah,
now
yeah,
Red does not have a faction buff, and any of the princess units are out of faction buffs.
yeah. That's good. So what would you say a vacuum cleaner is going to get here? Maybe
For
Liana?
his next pick, yeah, I think you should pick up Liana.
Yeah, I think so too. What about Triskit? Hihei? Luna? Luna or Hihei looks pretty decent actually. Yeah, Hihei is okay. Luna, yeah, Luna is okay as well. I think Luna is pretty solid here as well. Yeah. It's just a vacuum cleaner, like, is going to decide who he's going to treat with his claret.
Yeah, so it might not be that good of an idea to pick up Liana then.
Yeah. So actually, I mean, as long as, like, for now, as long as that claret kills Zareda, there is nothing that can break the juggler, right? I mean, claret can still break the juggler. Okay.
Yeah, the Juggler is still weak to Claret,
Yeah.
and you still have to deal with this Zerida somehow, otherwise you might find yourself missing units every single turn.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Okay. Omega. Okay, Triskit is using the Omega power now. That Omega. What is this Omega for?
Omega does have a Luna aura as well as the Zerida faction
Mm-hmm.
buff,
Yeah. So
so he
that.
can run pretty far.
Yes. And also, if he use Knowing Strike, maybe he can still get through, like, Claret or Sherry. Okay. A vacuum cleaner is picking Sherry here.
Sure, is good against any sort of non-tanks if she can hit a target,
Yeah,
but
but
it's
if,
going to be quite difficult to hit a
well,
target.
yeah, but Triskit didn't ban that Ares. But it could be hard for a vacuum cleaner to work with double healer though. Like, Ares can help Cherry to find a target, but it could be hard at the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah, because if Cherry just trade 1 for 1, it may not be worth it. Because the Triskit team is very aggressive here. So if you trade till the end, it could be bad if, like, it is like 3 aggressive character left versus like double healer and juggler. I mean, this juggler, if you're bringing Beast Shark, then that should still be fun. So we will see. So Ares is basically what makes Cherry can reach the enemy. Yeah, this is what Cherry is very good here, because she can snipe 2 characters instead of just killing, like, just treating 1 by 1. Liana can Gospel Cherry, and Cherry can just teleport, get teleport, and then if that Cherry can kill 2 units, then it is a good trade.
yeah. Cherry should probably look to kill off either the 2 assassins or the Claret as well,
Yeah, exactly.
and then have the Claret finish off the last one. Then your
Yeah,
tank and double healer can deal with Joshua and the remaining Luna.
it could be a turn 1 snipe also, right? Turn
That can
one,
happen.
yeah, like turn one, Sherry can have 10 range threats with Iris.
Maybe turn 1, maybe turn 2, because you maybe want to have the gospel up, as well as
Yeah.
use an act again on Liano.
To be honest, I am not very happy with Triskit's starting position, because with Iris teleport and Sherry on the second like like second player, I would rather put my characters a little bit behind, cause Zareda and Claret, they really can't really do anything in turn one. Like they need turn two to be ready. At least, yeah, like at least put Zoreda and Claret a little bit behind would be better.
Yeah, for Cherry, since Cherry is using Angels,
Mm-hmm.
she does need a attack buff to be
Mm-hmm.
able to one-shot any unit using just Shadow Raid.
The Shadow Raid. Yeah, but would you say maybe just using the one range scale, like two one range scale for Sherry is a little bit better? I mean, Lightning and three cost scale.
That can also work here. With Luna on Trisket's side, though, I think Vacuum was kind of concerned with not having enough range to get to these
Yeah,
targets.
but you do have Iris though, right?
There is an Iris, but any of these assassins, like the Omega, I
Yeah,
think the Omega can probably just kill Cherry if she gets teleported in there.
yeah. I mean, yeah. So Juggler moves up and use the guard skill for now. So, oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
turn 1 Wind God Realm.
so this is try to prevent the Cherry from being like this is preventing Cherry to use the teleport skill, right? So
Yeah,
Omega is
but
not
that's
having
fine.
enough range. Yeah. So
Omega is not
Omega,
going to hit anyone here.
yeah, not now, but is limiting your Iris teleport range. Cause now Iris cannot just teleport Sherry um to a random spot. Can Sherry kill without using Gospel? This is some question I have.
I think she
Yeah.
definitely needs Gospel here.
Okay.
It's fine to wait on this turn, since you can just apply Gospel onto Cherry here, and then
Mm-hmm.
apply Iris
Mm-hmm.
Healing Talent on Cherry,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you can use Act again plus the Teleport next turn.
Yeah,
Over here,
Omega can reach Claret now. Yeah.
Omega can reach Claret, but
But
he
the
cannot
scale,
double the
yeah, but the
Claret.
scale is not enough. Claret usually have very high scale. I think my Claret has like close to 300 scale. If you have the attack and the weapon and the accessory both have scale, and then do the PvP scale, that should be close to 300.
Yeah, Claret, I mean, Omega can't double Claret or Cherry here.
Yeah. Is the Omega using Knowing Strike? I'm just curious.
Yes, but he
Yeah,
has. This map just does not allow a Knowing Strike to hit.
yeah. Similar issue with Zoreda. Zoreda is not super effective in this map as well. You can try to block and try to stay in the in the sky so that Zoreda cannot actually reach you. Oh,
Act again here,
actually,
that's
so
early.
I think this is because a vacuum cleaner tried to trade with Luna, which is not super worth it for me. I don't know. Do you think that's worth it?
I think this Claret can reach the other Claret here.
Yeah,
Trading the two Clarets would be worth though. Since after the Claret on Trisket's side goes down, it's going to be a lot more difficult killing that juggler.
yeah, that's true.
I'm going to assume Vacuum is going to just end the turn here with Iris,
Yeah, it
and
should
then
be.
go in, kill the Claret, and then move Cherry to a safe spot somewhere.
Yes, make sure knowing strike cannot hit Cherry.
Because that Luna really isn't going to do a whole lot here. She's just going to give mobility buff for this one turn, and then faction buff for just herself.
Yeah.
Well, it goes for Luna anyways.
Yeah, it looks like are you sure the clarity is in the danger zone? Cause I didn't count. Yeah, so
I
Vacuum Cleaner
think
is trading with Claret and Luna. Yeah, it doesn't look super worth it. Yeah, it's not super worth it. But now Cherry can snap one of the characters, right? If you teleport 5, can Cherry snap that
yeah.
Zoreda?
It's not looking good without an attack buff, without the gospel.
Yeah, but now you can hit with 3 cost skill though, right?
Right. That
Yeah,
can probably get a kill, but then for the second hit, I don't think she can kill anyone.
I mean you just damage that Claret.
She
Yeah.
does have increased damage dealt by 20%,
Mm-hmm.
so it might do okay damage, but I don't think the second hit is going to hit a kill.
Yeah.
The first hit is still going to look pretty iffy here.
Yeah. Should be a kill, right? On Zoreda.
Okay,
I would
that
be
was enough.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But now the second hit is going to be pretty bad.
Just a hit Claret, I guess. What would you say? Claret or
I
Omega?
would hit Omega, actually.
You would hit Omega, okay.
Okay, it was good enough.
Wow, that's good enough. Is that Shadow Red or just a normal attack?
No, that was just a normal attack with Angels.
Wow, wow, that's good.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
mean,
have faith, but
I actually agree killing Claret because no one can kill Juggler now, right? So you're
yeah, I think
yeah, so you're kind of safe.
I wasn't sure if Cherry was able to kill Claret there, but
Ooh,
yeah.
ooh, ooh! Look at this Sherry. Damn, Omega failed to kill at Sherry. This is why Omega is dead, guys. This is
Yeah,
why.
so the Cherry can just run away now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That looks super rich.
The Omega didn't attack with the 10% bonus damage dealt, and this Cherry
Yeah,
had, I think, 45%-ish damage
yeah.
reduction.
And Joshua cannot reach Cherry, so that looks super rip.
Yep.
Okay, so congratulations on a vacuum cleaner to win the first battle. Now Triskit is going to pick the second map. Hmm. Oh, they're just a tuning. You can pick a map. Oh, okay. So Triskit pick the water map as player 1. Wow, that's the secret Omega that is going to be very, very effective.
Yeah,
The
that's
water
the
map.
Omega first pick Leviathan map.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can also run Hihei as Leviathan, right?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, and you can also run Gizlov with a Leviathan in this map if you have him.
That would be pretty interesting to see here.
Yeah, I was joking. I don't think they will run Gizlov. But yeah, Hihei can use Leviathan in that map as well. It's actually a very strong troop for Hihei as well.
I actually quite like Gizerov now, just because he can faction buff for Yusuke.
Yeah, I mean Gizlov is not bad, especially in the Chinese server. You can also faction buff for Anihond and also Rian, which are 2 super powerful characters. Okay, so the second play here, Triskit didn't make change for the roster. Did she? I didn't follow.
Might have. I wasn't paying attention to where she ran
Yeah,
in the
I
first
wasn't
box.
paying attention. Yeah, but it looks like Omega and Hihe are still there. That's the key for this map. So banned first is
Actually,
Iris.
she did make some changes. There's no Landius here anymore.
Okay, yeah. So there's
Landius was first
Estelle.
banned in game one.
Yeah, yeah. Only one Iris. So full aggressive from Triskit, and the first pick Omega. Well, that's very aggressive.
And now you just ban Luna and Zerda, I would say.
Yeah, I would ban that as well. I would ban Luna and Zoreda. Yes, exactly. Or maybe Estelle though. Like Estelle can boost the skill for Omega.
Oh yeah, Estelle boosts Omega's movement speed as well, which is also.
Yeah. So maybe it's Zoreda and Estelle. What would you say?
I would say you still have to ban Luna here.
Yeah, Luna looks dangerous. Okay, it's Zoreda and Luna.
Luna can increase Omega's move by
Two.
4,
Yeah.
basically.
Oh, by four. Oh, yeah. Because you have move again. Yes.
And then Triskit can move up to pick like a Hiei or Leon, which also benefits from the Luna Aura.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but now Triskit is going to have Estelle. So Estelle is a pretty big boost as well on Omega.
It still does have some very clear weaknesses with magic damage, so
Yeah.
something like Yulia could be pretty good here.
Mm-hmm. So Triskit, I think the better ban is Yulia and Zoreda, or Zoreda and Iris.
I would definitely ban Yulia when playing any sort of assassin team because Yulia is pretty much unkillable. I played Sherry, and she's just like a brick wall that you can't get
Yeah.
through.
So I have to answer the viewers a little bit. I think, it is not fair to say a vacuum cleaner is the only good leveled Amelia user. Manson's Amelia is very strong. They both use Amelia in this game. Manson just have too many bugs though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Manson did the same. His Amelia was ready after Amelia was released. But Manson is not consistently using Amelia, whereas a vacuum cleaner use Amelia in every single game. So this is the difference. And yes, Triskit is picking up the Estelle.
Okay, I was sort of expecting Vacuum to just pick up Yulia here, but he goes for the Iris pickup here,
Yeah.
having just 2 healers left up.
So Manson use a lot Amelia as well, especially in a ranked Apex arena. If you meet Manson, there is like 60% chance he's using Amelia. And also he used Amelia in the playoff of season 2.
Now it doesn't matter if Yulia have a faction buff or not, I think Vacuum is going to pick that up next.
Yeah, I think
We
Yulia is
already
pretty
banned
good
the
here.
2 heal reversals as well, so 2 more bans on like Bozo or something, Bozo Hiei will definitely make Yulia unkillable.
Mm-hmm. I think Triskit can pick up Bozo here though. Yeah, Bozo cannot survive Omega with Lavasian, yes. It's not possible for Bozo to survive that. Okay, clear it.
When picking up Estelle, I would actually prefer to see more short-legged units that can take advantage of the +1 mobility.
Mm-hmm. So a vacuum cleaner here can still get Yulia and ban Bozo. That would be okay actually. Ban Bozo and Hiei. And
Yep,
get
and
Yulia.
then pick up Yulia here.
Yeah. This is for Yulia pick, I think. It's definitely for Yulia pick. And that should still work actually. Cause I didn't see how Triskit can go through Yulia for now. Yeah, that looks a Yulia pick. Now Triskit needs to ban Shelfonio. Yeah, um and also Claret? Is Claret a good ban for you? I don't think
I'm
Claret
not
is.
sure about that. I would ban
Yeah,
Rachel over
I would ban
that.
Ritual as well, because Ritual with Gospel and Teleport Julia, that looks very scary.
Like, other than the Omega, the Rachel can eventually kill the Estelle as well. If
Yeah,
Vacuum finds a way to get rid of that Omega.
so Bonage say Lavassin Omega is very strong. Maybe we can look for juggler kill. Yeah, maybe we can look for a juggler kill.
Yeah, if the Juggler is going to get tripled, he could just die to Omega.
Yeah, because there is a Ice Tail. Ice Tail is boosting Omega's scale. If you have knowing strike, that is going to be a 600 plus scale. So if your juggler does not have 200 plus scale, that's a dead juggler. Yeah, this is why juggler actually needs 230 scale to survive Omega usually. But we will see. Picking Tiaris over Ritual here. I mean, Ritual is dead to Omega. This is for sure. But you can kind of position Ritual to the way, so she's not dead. Oh, I didn't see that.
I think they were able to get their picks in time.
Okay, yeah, Avicum didn't pick it. He needs to get Ritual now. Yeah. Triskit. Oh, that looks super aggressive. Super aggressive play here. Omega with fish build, Lavasian Omega. That is going to be very um yeah, that is going to be very dangerous. I still is going to use I think Zealot here is better. Yeah, Zealot is better. But still dies to Ritual though, if Ritual reach her. So the teleport here in this game is going to be very essential. I think he needs to save the teleport for Yulia. What would you say, Hazuchio?
I think that teleport is either going to the Yulia or the Juggler just to survive the Omega.
Yeah, it
The
could be.
Juggler,
Yeah, it could be Juggler as well if Juggler's scale is low. I didn't check what's the scale for a vacuum cleaner's Juggler.
yeah, so if this Juggler does survive the Knowing Strike from Omega, then the Omega
Mhm,
dies for free, and then
mhm.
Vacuum would win this very
Yeah,
easily. If the Juggler dies, though, he could still win with Yulia and all these supports.
yeah. This Yulia could be a very strong Yulia. She gets the Gospel and Hierius. So I mean, the only the only threat for Yulia now is just Joshua, right?
Yeah, Joshua and Estelle can both throw out some AoEs.
Yeah, so Joshua can whack Yulia, but yeah, Yulia can. I mean, if Joshua is dead, Yulia can like 1 versus 4 of the other characters here. So and yeah, and I still can provide some AOE as well, but that is not going to be a huge damage from Estel. Whereas Joshua can be a huge threat to Yulia. So the teleport on Yulia and attack blessing, can be very important. There is no magical guard, so this is something Triskit needs to be careful as well. Why would you move up Claret 1 spot there?
It's 5 stars.
5 stars? Okay, yeah. Yeah, it could be 5 stars, yeah.
So the Juggler have 217 skill, which is pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah, and the defense looks okay. The health points.
Yeah, that health points, this is like Blood Pact.
Oh my gosh.
He's
Yeah,
totally ready for that
yeah.
Omega.
Omega is not gonna kill that shit. No. Yeah, it's not happening.
I would prefer.
Yeah,
I would, yeah, prefer Vacuum's team here then.
yeah,
The
let
juggler does not look like it's gonna be easy to kill, and Yulia can just
yeah.
one-shot everyone.
Yeah, that juggler doesn't look like a kill from Omega. But Omega can snap Ritual or Tiaris though. But that has to be a perfect positioning and a breeze. Yeah, this is what Seoi said. That Omega can still kill the other characters easily, but yeah, it's about positioning then. It's about positioning. Wow, that juggler 10.
All of these healers are also prepared with Bolt Rangers.
Yep. But I don't think they can survive knowing strike though. Or do they?
Yeah, knowing
Can they?
strike can
Yeah,
definitely kill them.
yeah,
But without knowing strike, they might have a chance of surviving.
yeah, exactly. And yeah, and they cannot get tripled. It also depends on what's the build of the healers. If they are using something like Star Earring just prepared for the battle versus Triskit, or if you are using something like the one that can reduce the crit chance or crit damage. I forget the gear.
Yeah, Death Robe
Death
reduces
Robe.
crit chance by
Yeah,
40%.
yeah. So that's actually can shutting down Omega's crit chance by a lot, because Omega's crit ability is not that high.
I would have also loved to see the Crystal Warlocks instead of Sorceress on this Rachel.
Yeah,
Although I'm not sure if everyone have them leveled, since I don't either.
yeah. Miracle can definitely help both healers to survive. Well, to be honest, well, yeah, we will see here.
That Omega might be in range to snipe Rachel here.
Yeah, I think so actually. So Iris maybe
Yep,
need to
just enough range.
teleport. Yeah, Iris needs to teleport Ritual now, or she's dead. And what do you think about her rituals like Gospel is on herself?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that either.
Yeah, I'm not
The
super
Rachel should have
sure.
been super far back.
Yeah, like no, this is not going to let ritual survive as well. Like this is not a crystal warlock. If you have like this crystal warlock and then you have the miracle, maybe you can look for survive or I mean survive or trade if attacking like from two range. Actually, I'm pretty sure Omega is going to kill himself if he use like crystal. If Ritual use crystal warlock and Omega use knowing strike attacking from two range, Omega is going to kill himself. So it's going to be a trade.
Actually, knowing strike would probably just triple. Actually, this Rachel is already getting tripled.
Oh yeah, there is no scale on Ritual actually. Yeah, so she's dead. Yeah, she's dead. Interesting.
Okay,
Interesting. This is going to get hit by Joshua though first, right?
yeah, I think the Joshua attack first would be the correct play here.
Yeah, yeah. Just a Dark Man's here, right?
But then why not use the Gospel on Yulia if he's going to make this kind of play?
Oh! If Claret jumps in, she's dead.
Yep, since there's a healing light and reduced
Yeah,
damage.
yeah. And this is using the wrong true Graphene Knight. Oh! Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! Yeah, yeah. She's dead.
Yulia loses one life here,
Yeah, and Yulia
but
can heal
now
enough, and now there's nothing Claret can do. Yeah, this is a dead move, sadly. Yeah.
it does
I
remove one of Yulia lives, so I guess you can punch her 3 more times.
no, no, that's not happening. That looks over, cause Yulia can snipe Joshua now, and there is nothing others can do. Or maybe
Omega can kill her one of her lives, and then Yusuke might kill another
yeah.
one of her
Or
lives.
maybe just kill Omega now.
I
Yeah,
would get
maybe
rid of
kill
Joshua
Omega is
though.
fine. Yeah,
Like
then
a Joshua plus Estelle AoE could kill Yulia.
yeah. I mean,
Or
normally
even
I would
just
kill.
Estelle AoE could kill Yulia. Because
Yeah.
if any of these attacks drop her below 70%, you could do it.
Yeah, yeah. It's like normally you think Joshua is a threat, but yeah, in this game maybe killing that Omega is better. Okay, just stay
Okay.
here. So this is
He
also
does
trying to
block,
block the Yulia.
but I will still just kill the Joshua
I would
over
kill
Omega
Joshua.
anyways.
Yeah, I would kill Joshua for sure. Yeah, this is a very bad move from Triskit to use Claret. I have made this mistake myself, so I know this is not going to work.
Now, if
Okay,
only Yulia had the gospel here, that would have been better, but now this Rachel is
yeah,
definitely.
yeah, should be dead. It's a triple.
Yep.
So Tiarius can definitely catch up on Yulia to kill. If I still deal some AoE damage there.
Yulia actually does have the Golly Menace and Healing Light, so she should be quite
Mhm.
fine against one AoE.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I would definitely drop the Gospel on Yulia. I don't know why a vacuum cleaner drops the Gospel on that character. To be honest, like um, this Gospel, if Ritual use the Gospel on Yulia, she can die already. Like her job is finished, right? Like Ritual can be just died after Gospeling
Yep.
Yulia.
And now Yulia is going to 1v5 here.
Yeah, this Yulia is very hard to kill now. So I mean, I still cannot just approach her actually because there is a God Mans there. She needs to do AoE damage there. So the good thing is that Triskit can still play a 1 the next turn.
Triskits here brought some sort of passive on
So
Estelle.
yeah, so Yusuke plus STL combo is not working because Tiarius can heal. Tiarius can just heal up Yulia if your Yusuke attacks first. So that's not working.
Hello, hello.
Hi, Stroll.
Yeah.
Welcome on board.
Mm-hmm. I
So this
watched
is
a little bit. Yeah.
okay. So this is the second game now.
Okay. Who won the first one?
A vacuum cleaner win the first one, and we are seeing a Yulia 1 versus 5 now.
Yeah, it's a very Yulia heavy setup. But
Yeah,
I saw a little bit of this game, and why not kill Yulia, right?
you know,
She's not in guard range.
with Omega. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we had Joshua, we had Omega, we had Claret, and we had the Yusuke,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
four single targets here.
So Triskit made a wrong move. She was using Clara to kill Yulia and failed. So that's the mistake I made before. She was using
Yeah, you cannot do that when there's a Tyrius.
and you cannot do
Even
it with Graphene.
even with Pegasus.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
I think Yusuke have to transform before he punch Yulia, otherwise Yulia is going to do some fixed damage and probably survive with the 20% damage taken reduced.
Well, it looks game over to me, to be honest.
To be honest, that strategy. I actually learned it from Vacuum Cleaner. The Yulia Tyrius survival method against Clara, because I tried to kill as Yulia once in a practice match with my Claret, and then that's exactly what happened. I made your mistake against mine.
Yeah, I made that mistake against a Straw. I was
Yeah.
trying to kill Straw's Yulia when there is a Tiarius, and That failed.
Yeah, we also saw that mistake on Method, right? Method tried to do that. Um,
That Luxit. Yeah, on
yes,
Luxit.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So
yeah, all the players.
everybody, everybody knows at this point, though, right?
Yeah, let's
No,
GG. Let's GG.
it does
Let
look
Yuski.
like Yulia is out of revives here.
But Terius can follow up now. One, two, three, four. Yeah, that's an easy follow up from Terius.
This is what I was saying, though. Why you didn't need to kill Rachel? You could have just focused on Yulia here
You
and
mean
just kill off Yulia.
Omega kill of Julia's first
Mm-hmm.
life, and
Mm-hmm.
then
Mm-hmm.
Tiaris needs to follow up. Iris
Mm-hmm.
cannot follow up, so maybe you can kill. Yeah.
Right.
Cause the Rachel is not a threat. You can kill the Rachel anytime with that
Mm-hmm.
Omega. So
Mm-hmm.
you just gotta get rid of Yulia and it's pretty much GG.
Yeah.
So he could have
Yeah.
focused
Julia
that.
has one more life. That's not. Oh, Dolly from Iris. Yeah. That's a very safe
That's
Julia.
still dead though, right? Next turn.
No, 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 not that. Not that.
Why?
Not that.
Cause Triskit goes first.
Yeah, not that.
Oh right, not
There's
well. I
one
thought I was out
extra.
of lives though.
There's one
'Cause-
extra. There's one extra.
Yeah.
That one might.
Apparently, it just does not show the amount of
Yeah,
revives remaining
yeah,
when she's below 70%.
yeah. There's still
okay,
one
okay,
more
okay,
extra life
okay,
for Yulia. That's not a dead
okay,
Yulia.
okay. Yeah, but she could have definitely killed Yulia here on this turn. I think.
Yeah. But there's a godly mans though.
Well, I mean, we had three range heroes, and we could have just left Clara alone, right? We had Omega, Joshua, and Yusuke before Joshua was killed. So Joshua could have just hit Yulia there.
Joshua is already dead, right?
Yeah, I mean before that,
Okay, okay.
before before Triska decided to just
Jump in with
attack.
tier
Yeah, right, with
with. I mean, yeah. If there is no jump, then there is definitely a chance. But that
yeah.
Clara jump is just a killing her
Mm-hmm,
game.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I'm not sure about this
Uh
either.
oh. Uh
Yeah,
oh.
so
Oh, this is like
this
suicide.
doesn't really accomplish anything.
That
And
This is
was a
suicide Yulia.
suicide.
before Triskett made this move, she was actually more favored because all
Yes,
the units are blocking for Omega, and now Omega is
Yeah.
gonna die here.
yes.
After Omega goes down, no one can deal with Azuli anymore.
Bye
I
bye,
mean,
Omega.
once she's like full health and have godly menace, you don't want to melee her, especially with healing light, right? So
Wow, yeah, that's a bad move from
range
Triskit. It's
is
okay.
yeah.
That's why you play more games so you can learn more lessons.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
losing is the best way to learn.
yeah,
100%. This is also suicide.
yeah. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, that did a lot of damage though.
Yeah. So Yusuke is triggered. So that's the end of the second game. So congratulations on a vacuum cleaner to use a dead character Yulia, and that Yulia somehow went broken this game. And 1 versus 5 the Triskit's character. Okay, so well played on both sides. I'm sure Triskit will never attack Yulia with Healing Light with Graphene Raider again in the future games.
Yeah, Yulia is pretty scary with Tyrius or now Weiler 3C. It's pretty scary
Okay,
there too.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, okay, so that's the end of this match. Maybe we can do some of the game reviews. I don't know how many games Mitruzak
I can
did.
tell you. I don't think he did any today. He was doing the Final Fantasy VII stream.
Okay, okay.
So I think
So,
there's still the Mensons versus Frozen Rift and Maru versus B Guy on the winner side. If you want to
okay,
cover those.
okay, okay.
My match today versus Desulife was not casted as
Oh,
well.
oh right, right.
Okay,
You can do
okay.
that.
I
So,
will just do yours. I
yeah,
think I can only do one for today because I
yeah,
need to cover some of the Chinese server review as well. So I
yeah. You
guess
should
I will.
definitely do the Hazuchio one then,
So I will
because
just
that was the
do.
latest one. Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah,
I will
sure.
just do Hazuchio one. And Hazuchio can join us and analyze about his own game a little bit as well. So where is you? Did I add you?
Yes, I'm not online, I think.
Okay. Yeah. So that's the game with Desulife. That's the game one. So it's a random game. Oh, what happened? Isn't that game one?
I might have made a mistake, I guess.
Yeah,
Can check game
yeah,
2 then.
I think you put up the game that you guys are like deciding which map, probably,
yeah.
or deciding which position.
Let me check my settings and put up some music here. Can you guys hear the music from the game? I'm not hearing it. Oh, it's on my mixer. Okay.
Dango, you're rich.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Congratulations to Vacuum Cleaner.
Yes, congratulations to a vacuum cleaner. So his
Yeah.
next battle is going to be against Zekro.
Psycho.
Okay. Yeah, Zekro.
Yeah, I think all the lower bracket matches are pretty interesting now. Very strong players. Same with the upper bracket. I mean, they're, I think, all equally strong right now.
Yeah. So Detroit use the tarot headgear, and also the armor is Jaina's armor, or the giant resistance. More players in Chinese server use giant resistance.
Alright, I have the correct games up on my name card now.
Okay, so let's check it. Game 1. This is game 1. Okay, so that's the game 1 between Desulife and Hazuchio. So Desulife's first land use getting banned, and then Hazuchio's Zoraida getting banned, making sense in this map. So the first pick here is Juggler, and then his Zoraida and Yulia is getting banned. Okay. So Hazuchio first pick is land use. Okay, we can see Hazuchio is using Chris now, by the way.
Yeah, I think he liked my Chris.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Did you like my Chris, Hazuchio?
Yeah, Chris is really good. There's a lot of things you can do with her. I also made a guide or like, a video on Chris.
Okay.
Yeah, Chris
So
is.
I have a question for you guys. What is the reason you guys pick Chris over Amanda?
Over who?
Imelda, I think.
Imelda.
I mean, I think they serve different roles, to be honest.
I mean,
does Imelda have Dispel?
Yeah, she has.
And she also has Mass Attack, right?
She has Mass Attack, Dispel, and Mass Heal. Why are you guys picking?
So Imelda's more for, because of her talent, is more for if single target, yes. Because her talent is 20% damage to basically all your single target attackers. It doesn't work with AoE.
Yeah.
And Chris is more of a, she
RNG.
can do some, yes, she
RNG
can add some nice buffs, which is pretty nice against like dispelling units like Millionheart, for example. Because if you mass attack, that adds, I think, 2 buffs, and that random buff 3 buffs. Then
but Imelda
it helps.
Immune to fixed damage though. Like
she does.
That's a counter to Listel.
Yeah, Imelda's also very good. I'm just surprised nobody uses her, because she's super good, and it stacks with her talent. Damage buff is unique, so it stacks with everything.
It's like Varna's buff. I'm going to use Imelda soon, after she got the 3 cost. And I'm going to put Omega in my box, so he can kill any of the characters in the battlefield. So let's see this battle. So this is Hazuchio's. Yeah, there's Luna, Gospel, and Yulia. That's like a golden combo for Yulia. So yeah, that looks pretty dead for Desulife side. So he needs to count on Hihei to kill that Yulia. Um, so Hazuchio put Yulia here, suggesting he's very confident that I mean this Hihei cannot kill her the next turn, like turn 1, because I mean next turn Desulife is going to move first, and yeah, that Hihei, if there is a breeze that can stand a chance to kill that Yulia, we will see.
Yeah, so for this game, I didn't really care if he traded the Hiei for Yulia or Rachel here. So if he wanted to take a trade, I'm fine with either. Or like, really anyone.
Yeah, because you have the ISR ring on your ritual, so you are not afraid of Listel, right? And
Yep.
yeah, and also Luna is Bracer, I guess.
Yeah,
So
so the only one that can get hit by Blood Dance here is my Iris.
yeah. So this is why Hazuchio is fine with the trade with Hihei, I guess. Gospel on Juggler. What does Gospel do though?
I'm not quite sure, but it does stop the Holy Justice from applying cannot be buffed on it.
Yeah. Interesting. So this Hihei does not have any buff then.
Yeah, he should have used the Gospel on Hiei here, but
Yeah.
instead put it on Juggler for some reason.
Yeah. That Hihei may not be able to kill Yulia then. Yeah, that looks a very dead juggler from Yulia. 1, 2, 3, 4. You are going to attack from here, right? And that juggler should be dead. There is also a damage dealt increase here. So, okay, we will see.
So the only place where Yulia can attack is not on grassland. I wasn't really planning to attack.
Okay. Yeah, this isn't a kill. If there's a gospel, this should be a kill. So this, this is very rip.
Desulife at that moment took like a minute or so just looking at his options and chose to go with hitting Yulia instead of Rachel.
Yeah. I mean that should be an easy calculation. I mean, it's pretty close though, right? I think you were at the age of like 80% though, not 70%.
It was slightly above 70%, I think.
Yeah, I mean this 70. Yeah, this is above 70. This is it's really just slightly above 70, right? This is more like
I don't think the stream can actually see the numbers.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, the bottom parts of the stream is like getting cut off.
Oh, okay. Let me check.
Yeah, my Yulia have something like about 10k health. This should be really easy to see.
Yeah. Yeah, so this looks very tight for Desulife now. You cannot break the Gospel Yulia now. And also those characters all have immune to fixed damage, so it's not very helpful.
Yeah, so I just end the turn here because I don't really need to attack this turn.
Yeah.
I can wait for the Juggler to move first since it has a full power Beast Rock already.
Attack
Oh yeah.
pricing. Oh.
So Zelda says it literally says that Yulia have revive available.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's a good point. So when you are not bringing down Yulia's health bar to like 70%, you can see the numbers there. For example, here there's no number, meaning you can kill, and here there is a number here. That means Yulia can revive, so you don't really need to calculate. So okay, so it's here. What kind of Hihei? A Hihei with no faction buff, apparently, right?
Yeah.
Because
This Yulia had gospel buff.
yeah, so that Hihei needs to have that gospel. This is what Desulife needs to bring down Yulia. Yeah, he should have gospel Hihei, but he didn't. Okay, this is a dead juggler then. Oh, he didn't kill. Oh, cause you don't have the attack buff already. The damage in damage deal, increase in damage deal. You still have it. How is this not a kill though?
I guess my unicorns just suck that badly.
Yeah, that really looks a very sad unicorn. Cause this is 5 mobility travel and you didn't kill that here. Yeah, it's a little bit less. Yeah, so if your Yulia have like 800 defense or 700 defense, then you can tank the AoE pretty well. Yeah, this is doing nothing. And then you can still kill that juggler here. That basically is game over. So it's basically a very non-effective Listel pick.
Yeah, that's he got baited with that blood dance.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if he knew all the units were fixed to him. Maybe
Yeah.
he wouldn't have made that play.
Okay, so that Listel getting killed. Yeah, that looks very over. Okay, so that's game 1. So this is game 2. Yeah, it doesn't because Yulia attack isn't enough. Okay. So first ban for land use in both sides. So Hazuchio first pick Zoreda in this plant map. That's very dangerous for Desulife. So second pick from Desulife is Luna here. There is still plenty of option for Hazuchio. So Cherry is a very good option here, receiving the Zoreda's faction buff. And Hazuchio can still have Ares. That is looking very bad for Desulife. Yeah, Ares plus Cherry plus Zoreda is a dead combo for Desulife. So and then Basil is picked here. That Basil cannot survive any of those. Yusuke, okay. Yeah, that looks a very good team here. Just an aggressive team with no tank. And Desulife last pick here is Liana. And Liana can still use the Skyarcher to kind of block a little bit. Or to help Cherry to find a target easier.
I'm not sure if I like the Yusuke pick though.
Why? Why you don't like the Yusuke pick?
Because I mean, 2 of his units can ignore guard, right? I mean, Yusuke shines if there's no tank, but what can he do here?
Right? He can help the kill. He can help to kill tank, I guess.
Yeah, he's just there to punch juggler.
Yeah.
But the focus is into kill tank though, right?
But
It's for after everything else dies.
yeah. Like, what do you pick after Yusuke then? Like, I think it's still a best pick at the situation that you can already ignore.
Yeah. I mean, given what Hazuchio has, I think
Yeah.
it's a good pick. But it's just unfortunate Hazuchio doesn't have like a super good like tank team.
Yeah, I mean, this is fun. I think Yusuke is fun without a tank. And also, if you kill those things, Yusuke still deal enough damage to Juggler. That Bazo is dead. I don't think this Bazo is going to survive Cherry with teleport and also a mid-roll buff. So that's a lot of attack and also a lot of increase in damage dealt. But maybe Hazuchio wants to snipe Luna instead. Yeah, cause that Luna looks a dead Luna as well. Okay, so Kihei is using the AoE skill here. What he is trying to kill, everything is oh, he's trying to gamble with the RNG. If there's a breeze, then he can potentially snipe snipe that Cherry. Yeah. But now
Yeah,
he
that
lost.
might have been his plan.
Yeah, I think his plan was to gamble a breeze on you, right? And then your
But
Cherry can
now,
be killed. But now he's
yeah,
pretty much over.
it would have been safer to move the Hiei last because I can
Yeah.
teleport.
Yeah. Okay, first kill Luna and then just kill Basil with the 3-cost skill. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't get to the Hiei because of the archer block, which was pretty good.
Yeah, but at this point it's already game over kind of. So kill Zoreda and then move back.
Yep.
Move back. He needs to move back to Juggler, but there's no tank to guard. Uh-oh, so that is still, so move here maybe. No, it's also dead. There's no safe spot. So he needs to continue attacking your Chris maybe in this case. Yeah.
Yeah, with backstab though, my Chris have the ring as well.
Yeah.
So he goes for a safe target in Iris.
Iris? Okay, that's okay.
I should have brought both Rangers, but it's okay, whatever. And he surprises me here with the meditation ring on
Diana.
Could have been Bracer too, but I didn't bother to check.
Yeah, so this is why Yusuke can be good here as well, because Yusuke has the kill tank potential. Oh, okay. That's still a significant amount of damage. I mean, it's just a not kill, but it's still a significant amount of damage that force Desulife to heal here.
Yeah, the thing with punches is it also gives Yusuke a 40% reduced damage taken buff.
Oh, okay.
Which is really strong.
Yeah.
With it, you can survive the backstabs and everything, really.
Yeah, I actually didn't read that skill that much. Oh, all damage taken by this unit before battle is reduced by 30% for 1 turn. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's really nice. Wow, yeah. All damage received reduced by 40%.
It's really basically nice. Unkillable.
Yeah. That's right. So that's a total 70% reduction on damage dealt. And then you have a mega high defense here. Yeah, that's not really killable. Yeah, so Beast Shock deals very low damage here. Yeah.
Yeah, Beast Shock doesn't do anything to damage reduction.
Yeah. Or you can have Attack Blessing on Beast Shock, and then you can kind of deal some damage. So okay, we are going to end the Summoner Langrisser stream here, and I'm going to just stream a little bit of the Chinese server. It is already top 8 in Chinese server now, so there's not much battle left. So Hazuchio, do you have time to stay with me so we can
Yep,
go over some of the match in Chinese server? Okay.
we can definitely do that.
Yeah, I know you are interested in some of the battles in Chinese server as well. So let's see. So did you see the post that I made in the Alstadia server? Like in the Android server for the top 16 battle, two of the players are like they are in the same group, so they kind of throw one of the game. What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, I saw
Just
that.
a just a
I don't
curious.
really have that much of an opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It's like two guildies meeting each other, and then
Yeah.
I guess one of them just decides the other one is going to, so they didn't bother to play it out.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty funny because they are using all the R characters, and I mean they still did the match, and yeah, this thing is kind of replacing the old drama, you know, the 100k bro drama, because players are betting on these players. You know, you need to have gold, you need to buy the tickets with gold sometime. If you have like one more tickets, you need to buy golds with them. So yeah, it's kind of interesting that in Chinese server they some of the players playing the fake game. Actually, I need to. This is the iOS server, so I need to change my login here. Let me stream here as well in Discord.
I guess you can say it's match fixing, since there are definitely like people that got more gold from who knew who was going to.
Yeah.
What is that? The god thing, goddess
What
thing.
goddess?
Top left.
Oh, that is this account is a old account, so it's not like this is basically if you quit the game and then you come back, they will give you a ton of reward.
Oh, okay. It's like a welcome back kind of thing.
Yeah. It's a welcome back
Okay.
reward. So
Okay.
you need to keep logging in for like 5 days and do some tasks, and then you can get like SSR weapon, some like crystal ball, this kind of thing. So I'm very curious actually myself because I didn't review the game yet.
The quality actually looks a lot better on your stream than on Discord.
Oh really? So I will just
Yeah.
maybe you guys can just join me in the Twitch stream, and I will just I mean we can keep the talk here so they can hear you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I will just close the stream. Yeah, I feel like the quality for Discord stream require a lot of internet power. Sometimes it's hard to maintain that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so when I double stream, my Discord suffers. Yeah. So okay. So this guy, and let me introduce a little bit. This guy is what they call God K. So, he's using this Archham. Yeah. So he's using this Archham avatar here, and then